So, welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'd love to tell you guys what I did to achieve my recent fat loss, because there's nothing I rather want to do than to help you guys cut the noise and the BS online, social media, doing like all these crazy things, unhealthy things, unrealistic methods, etc., never really getting anywhere. There's nothing else I would rather do than to show you how to do this the right way. Okay, so in November, let's go back. In November, I started a fat loss with the goal of doing it through Christmas to prove to people that if you follow the right system, you can lose weight any time of year while having fun, while attending Christmas, holidays, whatever it might be. And I want to show you exactly what that method is, so you can also achieve your own fat loss. You can basically copy what I did with small tweaks to your body, your life, and your everyday challenges. I'm currently 38 years old, so, getting older, but I'm still exercising, I'm still staying active. So the age is no excuse for things being harder here. But I started at 93 kilos and I'm currently at 87. So I lost about 7 kilos from starting. And yeah, let's get straight into what I did. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty stuff, just please understand this. I work with this professionally. I work with people from all over the world. I have done so the last 10 years. I help people lose body fat. I help them train in a way that makes them the strongest and best versions of themselves. So I know what I'm doing. This is not some wishy-washy thing I read on ChatGPT or on Reddit. I do this for a living. So everything I say, you can take it as this is not BS. This is not something I'm saying just to sell, just to get your money, because I don't want your money. I just want to help you. So please have an open mind for what I'm about to say now. This is an holistic approach, because that is actually what you need in real life. You are not a robot. You need a solution that works full 360 in your life if you want to get lean and stay lean. Before I can give you the successful method, the correct method of doing this, you also need to understand why people fail this in the first place, especially in this modern time with social media and AI, ChatGPT, etc. People don't have an informational problem. There's information everywhere, but why do I still have a job? Actually, why am I more busy now than ever? Because people have an implementational problem. People don't know how to take all the information they find, whether it's right or wrong, and they don't know how to implement it into their life. They cannot stay consistent. You've probably heard about this. Consistency is key. But how do you achieve it? How can you do that in a real life with commitments, social life, your partner, your kids, everything? That is where the battle is lost for most people. They don't know how to implement it. I'm going to help you with that. And I can say that with certainty, because this method is a full 360 holistic approach that's going to help your body thrive through the fat loss, not just get beaten by a crazy deficit, underslept, underhydrated, you eating no nutrients, etc. No, we're going to do everything it takes for your body to be in the best place possible through this fat loss, so that it is willing to live at a lower body fat. So it's not forcing your hormone production completely out of whack, making you feel absolutely terrible, because this is all about feeling amazing and looking amazing at the same time. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to do is, of course, to calculate your deficit. This is where most people go wrong, because they go way too aggressive. I want to make this super simple for you. You don't even need the online calculators, all right? You're going to take your weight in kilos, transfer it to pounds. So then take your weight in pounds, multiply it by 10 to 15. Now, be careful now. If you do 10, that's going to be really freaking aggressive, okay? I do not recommend it. I would say if you are serious about losing weight like I did and keep it off, anywhere between 12 to 13 is a good place to start, right? So that's going to be your fat loss calories. Your fat loss calories doesn't matter or mean anything if we don't standardize how many calories that you burn. And the most effective way of standardizing how many calories you burn, aka building your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, is through steps. I don't even want to hear people talk about they do workouts for burning calories. It's not sustainable. Don't just in one ear, out the other. Screw it. What's one thing you can do every single day, no matter where you are on this planet, no matter what weather it is, whether you're inside and outside? Walking. Yeah, that is what we need. That's the metric we need. How many steps every single day? I recommend 10,000. Why? Because it doesn't take too long. And it's something that's going to teach you discipline. It's going to get your heart thriving through just, metabolic function of walking every day, get the blood flowing. And secret benefit that I hear from all of my clients, mental health. Crazy. People get happier from walking more. It's the opposite of sitting in a house beyond the four walls and being depressed. So calculate your deficit. Like I said, weight in pounds, multiply by 10 to 15, 12 or 13, 10,000 steps. Boom, that's your deficit. Every single day, we're going to see effective fat loss from those numbers. Don't overthink it. Just go for it. Then we need to talk about your protein intake. This one is super, super simple. Do not overcomplicate this one. Take your goal body weight in kilos, multiply by 2. Easy. Or take your goal body weight in pounds. That's it. Super simple, right? If you're 100 kilos now, you want to be 80 kilos. 80 multiplied by 2, 160 grams of proteins a day. Boom, done. Don't question it. Proteins are going to keep you satiated. It's going to make your life much better. You're not going to end up getting skinny fat. Everything will be better. Eat your proteins. Don't doubt it. Don't question it. Just do it. Then we have hydration. Hydration is not just, we don't just drink water just because we're thirsty. Your body needs hydration. It's like needs water. It's like the lubrication in your vehicle, in your car. The engine won't run without lubrication. But speaking of a fat loss, water is so incredibly powerful when it comes to managing your hunger. Most people completely confuse their thirst for hunger. So when they're in a fat loss, they're just like starving all the time. They go and eat some food because they're starving. When in fact, they could just have a big glass of water and that's going to help satiate them. That being said, we shouldn't be starving in a fat loss. We should be hungry, not starving. But we need to make sure that we drink enough water. Standardize it. Boom. Here we go. As a female, drink 2 liters of water every day. As a male, drink 3 liters of water every day. Make sure you have a bottle so that you can track it and you're not just guessing yourself every day, drinking glasses from the tap. Fill it in a 1 liter bottle, 2 liter bottle, 3 liter bottle, whatever you have. And make sure you finish what you need every single day. Trust me, your fat loss is going to be so much easier if you do so. After hydration comes the most important thing that we do in life, sleep. And I don't want to hear that you can't sleep. Sleep is like a muscle. You need to train the sleep muscle in order for you to sleep more. When you sleep, you're going to produce more testosterone, more growth hormone. You're going to recover faster. You're going to have better mental cognition. You're going to feel better as a human being. And if you say you can't sleep, it's because you haven't spent enough time trying to optimize your sleep or building a good sleep environment, etc. That is for another video. But we do not want to sleep any less than 7 hours per night. Because if you do, your cravings are going to be absolutely crazy out of the window, crazy high. You're not going to be able to control your hunger. You're going to have no energy. Your fat loss is going to be way slower because of higher cortisol. Trust me, sleep is the most important thing for us human beings. Do not think that you can be your best without it. 7 hours per night. And I know if you're a parent, just do your best. Do your best. But 7 hours every night if you train 1 hour extra per training session every day. Trust me. Now we're going to talk about how to make it through the week, managing a social life, managing a stressful life, managing insert whatever life, whatever challenges you might have. This is where everyone fails, okay? You have your daily calorie allowance, but you also have your weekly calorie allowance. It means if you're eating 2,000 calories every day as your fat loss calories, that's 14,000 calories a week. That also means that you can one day eat 2,600, 600 calories over, and the next day eat 1,400 calories, 600 calories under, and that's going to equate to the same result in the end of the week. Trust me on this, guys. This matters because if you get out on a Friday, you want to have some fun with some friends, and don't press the fuck it button, don't go nuts, but you can go out and have a meal, make a good, realistic verdict of the calorie content in the food that you're having. For example, if you're having a pizza, don't put it down as 800. Put it down as 1,400 because it is more than you think. And if you do that, you'll be able to play the calorie game operating within your calorie allowance that day, skipping breakfast on a Friday morning because you know you're going to go out at night and have more calories. Save those calories for the evening, just like you would save money for a holiday. If you go over on calories on that Friday, then spend the Saturday on trying to save the calories back or increase your steps further just to burn a little bit extra calories, etc. This is awareness, this is planning, this is structure, and this is the kind of stuff that will separate the winners from the losers when it comes to fat loss, and those who gets through it while having a social life, or those who feel like they're forced to sit at home in hermit mode, not getting anywhere, or at least not enjoying it at all. Because you can actually enjoy yourself in a fat loss. You can have good foods, you can have a social life, but you got to be smart about it. Calorie banking is the way. Then we are going to talk about progress tracking. You want to take your progress photos once a month, one from the front, one from the side, one from the back. All right, just once every 4 weeks. Make sure it's the same lighting, the same background, the same position, the same everything, because we need to see the physical changes. The first 4 weeks, you're not going to see the biggest change. This is the shrinking phase. After that, when we start seeing a little bit more definition, that's when things become really fun. And nothing major happens in the first 8 weeks, right? It's always when we get to that 12 to 16 week mark that we see the most amazing results. If you are a person who's a male over 30% body fat, etc., right? We have the shrinking phase. We got to get rid of the beer belly, etc., before we can start seeing the chest come out, the abs, the obliques, whatever it might be. But once you get down to a leaner stage, it's so much easier to see the progress. You need to step on the scale every single morning before you eat and drink after a toilet visit, and then calculate your weekly average for that week and use the weekly average, because daily fluctuations are there. Don't let them confuse you. Track your weekly average weight and see the progress there. If we can lose anywhere from 300 grams to 800 grams per week, that is the sweet spot. So what happens if you at one stage get to the point where things slow down? People call this a plateau. And 99% of the times it's because you just lost track of the calories and there's too many hidden calories. But let's assume that you're tracking everything. Your weekly calories are still, on point. Then what you want to do is decrease for another 200 calories every single day. Bump your steps up a little bit, and this will be enough for the final push. I never recommend that anyone does a longer fat loss than 12 weeks, because we want to avoid too much metabolic adaptation and the need to then do an excessive reverse diet and an excessive maintenance phase before we do something else. So make sure that you finish your fat loss within the first 12 weeks, 8 weeks, depending on how much it was. I did 8 weeks, and I did my 7 kilos in 8 weeks, and I could do that sustainably. I could keep going if I wanted to, and because it wasn't so unsustainable, I could also maintain my results. But here's the thing, after the fat loss comes reverse diet. I want you to keep a lookout on my channel. I'm going to put out a video on how to do the reverse diet, because the fat loss is just how you lose the fat, but what dictates if you keep the fat off long term, that is the reverse diet. This is what everyone misses, and that's why they rebound. Does it matter how many meals you have every single day? No, it does not matter. It just matters that you stick to your calories from you wake up in the morning until you go to bed. Do not question this either, please. The perfect diet for you is the one you can keep doing long term. And if you are a person that likes to eat two times a day and that works for you, then that's what you're going to do. You want to eat 6 times a day, you still stick to your calories, that's what you got to do. You want to eat one big meal right before bed at night, stick to your calories, that's what you want to do it. It's going to work. Just trust me. Now, these videos are all about me giving you advice and help to achieve these things yourself. I do run a professional online coaching business where I help people all over the world achieve this. If this is something you'd like to hear more about, you can click the link in the bio or underneath the video. This is not a salesy video. I want to help you, but in case there are some people out there that want some professional help to achieve the amazing, fitness goals, aesthetic goals, depending on what it is you want to achieve, I'm here. You can always click that link. We can hop on a call, have a chat. But the fact that you're just watching this video is enough for me. I love that. Thank you so much for making this find the video. Drop a comment if you have any questions. If you hate this video, if you love this video, drop it in the comments. Click subscribe if you want to see more future videos about fitness, health, and everything that I sort of bang on about in these videos. And the next one that's going to come out after this one is going to be about reverse dieting. So now you know how to lose the weight. Next video is going to be on how to maintain the weight. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Peace.